Upgrades.
Hey, it's Jorge from TeamJVS giving you a quick exclusive of Godzilla Kong, The New Empire. This movie was directed by Adam Wingard. It's starring Rebecca Hall, Brian Tyree Henry, Dan Stevens, and also Kaylee Hotley. And overall, I mean, this movie was a fun, entertaining one. The synopsis of this movie is two ancient titans, Godzilla and Kong, clash in an epic battle as humans unravel their intertwined origins and connections to Skull Island's mystery. So, it's very hard to review a Godzilla movie when just last year we had Godzilla -1, which I think the majority of the world can say that's, kind of like the new benchmark of what you want Godzilla movies to be. This movie, though, was very entertaining. It's interesting because you really are enjoying the characters throughout the movie. But at the same time, you know that the main point of this movie, the main characters are Godzilla and Kong. So throughout it, you're kind of looking at them and you're kind of seeing their growth throughout the movie. And it's just interesting to me, like, the way they were able to intertwine the humans in this movie. I thought they did a really good job on that aspect of it. I thought the fight scenes were ridiculously cool. Like, in the very beginning of the movie, like, you kind of see Kong fighting off almost like I won't even call them like a pack of wolves. They're a pack of something. But you see that he's kind of lived in this area for so long that he has set up certain routes, certain things for him to do in order to just stay being, like the king. And I think that's kind of what you kind of get from this movie is like, in this, kind of like underworld, Kong is like the man. And he's very well respected, even within all the other animals. Like, and whenever you're number one, obviously there's people going to be coming up trying to chirp and trying to get you. But this was one of those where I was very excited just to kind of see that development. I thought that, which is hilarious, there were some scenes with Godzilla in it that for me completely stole the show. It was just hilarious to me. And when you see the movie, you'll understand which scenes those are. Because just the way that, they were talking about it and all that, it's hilarious. Overall, though, I think in terms of this, like, monsterverse that they're creating with, like Godzilla and King Kong, I think this is a step in the right direction. I think this is definitely going to guide them, into opening up these worlds. It was very neat because during some of the fights and some of the scenes, like, it really brought me back to like the classic kind of like Godzilla movies, which, looking through it was something that was very intriguing. And just it's neat how this is kind of coming full circle again, but they're still making them very enjoyable. Yeah, I'm trying to think because I don't want to spoil a lot of this movie. If I do have, a couple negatives that I can talk about, one, go see this in IMAX. I'm just going to throw that out there. Like, this movie was made for IMAX. It's huge. Monsters look great. Sceneries look great. It was shot really well. Some of my gripes, though, I would say, which is weird, but the sound and sound effects, it just wasn't. The soundtrack really didn't like bring me in, or the score. And with some of the fight scenes, the sound just seemed a little off for me. And it could have just been, like where I was sitting in the theater or the theater itself. But I just thought that could have been better. Um, Other than that, like, I think when you go see these movies, like obviously the plot is, I don't want to say second second best, but it's not what you're going to see the movie for. Like you're going to see the movie to see these two monsters just duking it out. And this does just that. I will say I did like the tie-in that they had, obviously with Kaylee's character, and just kind of something that you're starting to see more and more, like we saw it in the Disney show. Goodness, I forgot what name it was. Echo, where you're starting to see a lot of these actors, deaf actors really starting to come out and about. And I love that, because it's one of those things where it's bringing awareness to a demographic that really doesn't get a lot of screen time, and being able to start seeing some of these actors really shine and really take to be, like, it's just a wonderful thing, and I love it. I will say, Brian's character, I just love his character. He just has such a way with, like comedic timing, where he just kind of throws it in there, or his character always made me chuckle and made me laugh. Even something as simple as like him giving like thumbs up, you could kind of see, like, he's one of those actors who can be funny without saying anything, which I appreciated. And I think overall, like, this movie wasn't bad, but it wasn't great. It was a good monster movie that's repeatable. I think this is one of those movies that if you see it on TV, you'll probably leave it on there and watch it, and watch some of the epic battles and some of the back and forth. It's that type of movie. Will I say you need to see this in IMAX to enjoy it? I think it's not a bad idea, but at the same time, you can also wait till you get home to see it. It's going to be one of those movies that I think will, when you start looking at a lot of these Godzilla movies, and even the King Kong movies, like obviously I put this over Skull Island. Godzilla versus Kong was just really good. So I think that's what makes it hard. Godzilla King of Monsters was good. I would probably put this movie in, like, for the new style, I would say probably in the top three or so. And obviously, like, I think it's hard to include Godzilla minus one in, because that was just perfection when it comes to a Godzilla movie. So I would kind of put these more in line with like the King Kong and the Godzilla movies themselves. But overall, I think if I had to rate this, probably like a 6.5, maybe a 7 if we're gonna be like super generous. But definitely just a solid, fun flick. Like, you know what you're getting when you watch these movies. And just seeing the CGI in this movie, it makes you wonder why some other movies struggle so hard with CGI. Because I thought Kong was done very well. I thought Godzilla was done very well. But overall, that's kind of what I would say. This is a good, repeatable movie. Not great, not bad, but definitely a good one. But definitely let me know what you guys thought. Let me know what were some of your favorite fight scenes in this movie. Or some of your favorite landscapes of the fights. But as always, this is Jorge with Team JVS, and we'll see you next time. Peace.